Okay, great. All right, we're
Do
recording
you
now.
waffle between having facial hair and not having facial hair?
I
Kept track.
I usually if it gets to this level, I shave it. Yeah.
You sometimes have a mustache. Have you had one?
No, I've never really been a mustache guy.
Oh, okay.
I am growing the hair from my eyebrows into my beard right now.
Oh, nice. Like an upside down Amish.
Yeah,
kind
well,
of.
because it connects from my eyebrows into my unibrows into the other, and it
You
goes.
could just have just the chin strap. Do
So
a
I'm
little
trying to
circle.
circle my face.
It's like a little heart, though.
Oh.
That'd be kind of cute.
I literally went to my dermatologist yesterday because one, I was on like some acne medication, but also I told her, hey, so quick thing, weirdest question you've ever had. How would I grow the facial hair from my eyebrows to my beard? Because, what? Why are you doing that? I was like, hobby. And then she's like, it's actually different hair than any other hair on your body. It's called like something hair. It's interesting. I'll add like a little like asterisk correction on here. This hair, it's a completely different type of hair. So she was like, you could try topical Rogaine on this part of your face, and obviously I would put it there too. But she was like, I can't guarantee that it'll do anything. But she was like, you could take a toothbrush and put the Rogaine on there and then just brush it into your face.
No, but you're not going to do that.
I have a second toothbrush. I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Not until you're like 80.
No.
I feel like the hair on the face is stronger when you're old. Because then you could involve the nose and ear hair, too, if you wait till you're 80.
I'm thinking if I can grow it now, like, imagine the power
that you'll have later.
Also, I posted a video explaining it to, like, just talking to the camera. I posted that on Instagram, and it got like 2 million views.
So now you have to do it.
And everybody was like, please do that. And so this is roughly as far as I can grow naturally. It's still pretty noticeable when you're looking at me. You're like, oh, that does stand out. Yeah.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, you do have some upper cheek hair.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, it is connected. It's just very light.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to make it grow just a little bit stronger so that it's more noticeable. I want it to be
a tiny wig. Just tiny wig and be like,
I mean, obviously,
this is the goal.
I could go to Turkey, you know?
Yeah, get it grafted from like the arm or something.
So I need you to take hair from the back of my head and put it right. I need 3 points of contact, and then I just need a mask of facial hair.
And then that'll be good because if you ever do go bald, then you can just take the hair out of here and put it back on the head.
Yeah, in those 3 patches.
Yeah. You're saving it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the podcast, guys. This is Good Kid, Bad Parents. Thank you so much for joining us. This is my lovely guest, Marietta Mendler.
Hi.
Not nervous at all. Thank you so much for joining us. You have a fantastically interesting background. One, you're a very funny comedian, but as well, how would you describe yourself, honestly?
Myself in comedy, myself as a person.
Oh,
geez. I'm just bopping around. I'm bopping around. One time a therapist asked me to describe myself, and I said I'm really good at customer service. She's detached. No, I don't know. But she's just a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To your own therapist, they go asking to describe you, and you saying I'm really good at customer service. One is not describing yourself. That is a trait. And two, it fully also then says, this is my personality. I am someone who serves, and everyone who enters my life is my customer. And and I'm really trying to get them to buy into Marietta.
Truly, that would be great. That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's problematic, but
I worked as a server at Waffle House for a little while, and I was terrible at that because I would get mad with my customers, and I would show them. Like they would ask me for something annoying, and I would be like, "Why?"
I do feel like working in customer service has made me really good at boundary. Like I'm still pretty much a pushover, but I'm so much better at telling people no now
That's interesting.
than I was in like 2017. So I feel
That's
like
fascinating that
Yeah.
customer service made you better at boundaries.
and better at like lying. Like people, I knew I had to like leave my job at one point because people would be like, "Is this whole milk?" And I was like, "Sure." I didn't know. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Oh my God, I resonate with that so much because when a customer asks me a question and the amount of context it would take me to give them to explain every nuance of the question they're asking me, and instead I just go, yeah.
Yeah,
And
totally.
because I'm like, this is false information what I'm giving you. But say we're out of whole milk, but this is then like a substitute,
Right.
is that I'm not going to explain to you like all of it, even though my brain wants me to. I really want to explain all of it
Right.
because I want you to have all of the information before you make a choice because I would appreciate the same.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm just going to go, yes, because I have other customers to serve and I need to do that.
Right. And also, I mean, maybe it's just 2% milk, so you'll be fine.
I don't know the difference.
Right. It's not that big of a difference. It's fine.
Yeah. Is 2% milk 2% and whole milk is 98% more milk?
I think it's like whole milk is like 12% or something like that. It's like you think that it's 98% more fat, but it's not because
Like
then if
whole
it
milk,
was,
I would think is 100% milk.
no, because then it would be cream. I think it's like 2% fat is like 2% milk, and maybe whole milk is like 12% fat or something.
Oh,
This could be again, fact check. Again, you need to fact check.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you do for work now?
I work as a barista.
Okay.
Telling people things about milk, what a time. But I do think that I like doing the coffee shop stuff because it at least lets you have like a semblance of community, which is nice. And growing up, I worked in libraries for like 10 years, and that was all about community and all about customer service. And
But in a quieter form.
yeah, well, except when I was on the clock, Ayo. I've never been quiet. But
You couldn't stop me from being loud.
But you couldn't stop even in the library. No, I love the library so much. I feel like in life you're loyal to the places that make you feel heard and seen. And I started volunteering I started hanging out at the library when I was 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, Marietta, you can't just hang out with us. You should shove a book, please.
Okay.
And I said,
You weren't even reading at the library.
Right. No, I was just talking. I was just yapping
Okay.
to I said, hey, this is my day. You want to know about it? And they said, thank you so much, Marietta. Maybe put this book away. And I wasn't very good at reading, but then they kind of helped me with my learning how to read. And they just gave me as much time as I needed to shelve those books, which was very nice. And then when I was like 12 or something, I got to volunteer and work at the circulation desk. Maybe not till I was 14 did I get to work at the circulation desk. And then it kind of made customer service be on like something I was working towards, because it was like I was shelving books for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But then it kind of felt like an honor to get to do customer service.
Wow.
Because
that's interesting. That for you, it's like I'm on the track to customer service.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do so good. But
most people hop into customer service probably around 14 to 16 or so in high school.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wow, I want to get away from this. And you're like, no,
this has been the goal.
I've reached nirvana.
Yeah. This is all that I wanted.
This is the Mecca.
Yeah. Until like the 2016 election, when I did hide underneath the circulation desk a couple times when they were Republican.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Do you feel like were they anti-book coming in?
No, they were just trying to get me to say I was happy about the political landscape.
Oh.
And I said, I'm hiding.
Okay. They can fully see you. You're very visible, and they just go, you go, how do you feel? You go, I'm hiding?
Yeah, I'm hiding right now.
You're not allowed to talk to me if I'm
I
hiding.
can't talk about politics. I'm hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredibly rude to talk to me while I'm hiding.
You can't even see me right now.
Yeah, you just have hands up.
Yeah.
Silly. I can see you. No. I'm hiding.
Yeah.
I told this story to Zach last week, and so I want to know what you think about it because you worked in libraries. When I was 5, 6 years old, in kindergarten, I went to my school library and I wanted to check out a book about giraffes because giraffes are my mom's favorite animal, and I wanted to read it with my mom when I got home.
Great plan.
So I went to go check out the book, and the librarian at school was like, you can't check out that book unless you can read a page in front of me and not mess up 3 times.
Call that lady's library program and get her library certification revoked.
Yeah,
I'm taking it away.
She tested me on my reading.
Boo.
And then I failed and I couldn't read it without messing up. And then she didn't let me check out the book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, that's not what libraries are for.
Zach told me, Zach had a very funny angle on it that he was like, no other job is like that. You can't, like, he was like, I'm a server. Somebody can't come in and be like, hey, can I get this meal? And he goes, oh, you want to eat? Here's some breadsticks. Show me how well you can eat. Like, so funny.
That is so funny.
Yeah. So you would never refuse anyone a book?
No, unless it's like a couple of times I've gotten in fights with people because they wanna read like Ayn Rand, and I'm like, really? Could you have some self-respect?
What's Ayn Rand?
Ayn Rand, that like
Ayn Rand?
she's like that libertarian disgusting lady.
Is that she wrote Atlas Shrugged?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's awful and gross.
Yes. So
and I'm like, maybe don't choose an awful, gross person. Don't ask me to be proud of you, but I'll still let you take it. But I'm not proud.
She was, all I know is that she was born into wealth and then wrote a book about how, like the people started revolting and the world went to corruption and that they needed corporations to step in and save them.
Boo, I'm never going to read it.
What a crazy idea.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
Be like, wow, we actually are really saving you guys from yourselves.
Ugh.
Real savior complex from the rich.
All I know is that the evil guy in Dirty Dancing likes that book. So he likes to, you want me to read a book that the evil guy in Dirty Dancing likes?
Yeah.
No.
That guy hates dancing.
That guy hates dancing.
Does he actually?
I don't think he really dances.
I got that mixed up with Footloose.
He's just a waiter, the evil guy.
Oh, that's
even
think. Worse. He's a waiter reading Atlas Shrugged.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's reading it, he's like, I'm the worst.
Yeah. I think so.
Why couldn't I have been born wealthy like the good people?
I know. Yeah. I don't know. What a crazy guy.
So were you just going to libraries for fun? Because I know your mom was a librarian.
Yeah.
So were you going with her, or were you just also happening to go to a library?
I happened to live like a block away from the public library.
Okay.
So then I could go there and I could hang out. I think I would hang out for like 2 hours on a Tuesday and help them with whatever they needed to help with. Yeah.
Whoa.
And then officially became a volunteer, or like really started going when I was 10, maybe 8 to 10. And then 10 I became... And then 10, maybe I was on more of a schedule with going over there.
Wow.
But I think the library was just really nice to me. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like a 10-year-old child who's... You're I think probably the 10-year-old child who's hanging out at the library.
There's always some child hanging out at a library, you know?
Yeah.
When I was working at the library later, we had like this group of like 3 to 5 boys who would hang out and do... and play video games, but then there was only like 2 to 3 working computers. So then sometimes I would get to create crafts that the kids who weren't on the computers could do with me.
Wow.
So then that was kind of fun.
You also became like a little bit of a daycare in a way.
Yeah, just for the select few.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
The boys who earned it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, wait, so your mom worked at a different library?
Yeah, she worked at a school library for so long, and a K2 school librarian. But then I was still going with her to a lot of like library things, you know, like I don't know, conventions and
Yeah.
things like that, sitting in on stuff.
And this is a question. Did the public library know your mom?
Yes.
Okay. And so when you went over, they were already familiar with your mom?
Yeah. And with me. And I think it's a very small town.
Okay.
It's crazy how even the library in Decatur doesn't really feel like it has like as much of a community connection as the library in my hometown did. Like the library in my hometown had such fun parties for all like the Harry Potter books and everything like that.
Wow.
And such fun events and even like survivor events. Like just did
Whoa.
like so many fun things. And in a way where it really made it a place that you really wanted to go. And I was like doing after school programs there all the way through high school. And it was just such a cool space
Wow.
to exist.
That is not the local libraries I've been to. The local libraries I've been to just charge you $1 for printing.
Yeah, boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
That's no, but also I'm not really going a ton, so I don't know. Maybe they have a bunch of fun events.
I don't think they have as many as Huntsville Public Library, best library.
Yeah.
The
Which one is it?
yeah, it's in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah,
Shout out Pennsylvania Public Library.
Pennsylvania.
My grandpa lives in a really small town in Michigan, Beaverton.
Oh,
Small town. They have one movie theater and
Nice.
it's just like run by a guy.
nice.
So like he doesn't play like the new up-to-date movies. He just plays whatever movies he has.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. So like one time I walked in and I was like, could we watch like Night at the Museum or whatever? Or he's like, that's right. He was like, I have Night at the Museum. And I was like, which one? And he's like, there's more than one. I was like, crazy. This is like 2016. There's like 3. But so yeah, very small town. My grandpa took me to the public library probably when I was like 13, 14 or something like that. And we rented movies from there. And then I didn't realize you could do that. I didn't realize you could rent movies from a public library.
And TV shows, and they get all the movies for like the Oscars, like before the Oscars even happen. Like they get them quick.
Whoa, really?
You know,
This is
yeah.
still thing. This
Still
is
thing. You can get all the DVDs, like anything anytime people are like, oh, what are we gonna do instead of Netflix? You can get Netflix TV shows, or at least used to be able to get like Orange is the New Black on DVD from the library.
Wow. And does it cost anything to rent it?
No,
Okay.
it's all free.
So well, I'm curious because there are some like big movies for the Oscars that like you're like, oh, what streaming platform is it on?
Yeah,
And then it's like, oh, I don't know.
I seriously released it on DVD free.
Wow. Now what everybody has to do is go get a DVD player again.
Right. I know my computer doesn't even have one.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy times we live in. But then what would be funny is the fact that like we've gone back to vinyl, but then DVDs are still like in this space of like which are technically more usable.
That's true. That's true.
And so it'd be like at this point I expect that you'll buy a TV in the next like 15 years, you'll buy a TV and it'll come with a vinyl reader, but like not a DVD player.
That would be so fancy.
But so was your librarian mother very quiet at home?
I did have a very quiet household growing up.
Okay.
Because I have a librarian mom and a dad who is a mime.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
You know, boom, boom, very quiet house. But I think, and I always thought that I was like so outgoing because when I went to school and stuff, I was so talkative. But I think I was used to having this like truly quiet, pretty chill, pretty quiet home. And then I went to college and I was like, oh my gosh, people can access me all the time. I guess maybe I'm an introvert and I just stayed inside for like truly 3 out of the 4 years. I just said, I'm going to be inside now.
Wow.
I should have gone and done more things, but I really stayed inside in a way where I said, I'm so not, it's such a weird transition.
I have a question. I've never thought of this before, but because I've heard, librarian mom,
Yeah.
mime dad.
Yeah.
Did your house have a lot of color in it?
Oh, you would, well, weirdly, we moved into this. I don't think either of my parents are that keyed in on like interior design.
Okay.
Specifically, it was more like we moved into this house. This man left, and his wife had sadly died in the house, so he didn't want anything from the house. So then the house was perfectly decorated, and my mom said, "Great, good. I don't have to change anything." So we just lived in kind of a, and it was designed very beautifully. Like it was like the kitchen had lots of fruits and vegetables everywhere. There was like paintings of cows and stuff. It's like a nice vibe, but it's not something where my parents were like, we're gonna make this space our own. It was much more like, here's a table I got in college. Here's a couch we got from a friend. Mishmash house.
Okay.
You know?
What's very interesting about that story to me is that librarian mom, Mime dad move into a house of a widower. That's already a quiet house.
That's quiet house. That's a quiet house, quiet with sadness.
Sad, quiet.
Sad, quiet.
Then she moves in and goes, jackpot. He left the furniture.
Perfect. Yeah. I even had to, like, I played piano growing up, like, kindergarten, all the way through, not kindergarten. Maybe I started in first grade, 7, whatever.
Right.
7 till all the way in college, and even sometimes playing piano, like I would sit down to practice, and my mom would be like, "Isn't there homework? You got to do homework right now." I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's the thing.
Yes. Yeah. Not that I was probably like practicing something that would be annoying to have to listen to.
I mean, practicing any music is annoying to listen to because it's truly someone just playing the same thing over and over again until they get that part right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be annoying to be on the outside of.
Yeah.
It is learning a skill entirely.
Yes, but it was good. But then the skill that I ended up really cultivating was faking it. And then because then when piano lessons, I would obviously be kind of underprepared, which was also my fault. Like I could have found more time to practice. But then what we started doing is just buying the piano teacher a muffin and a coffee, and then me and the piano teacher would talk, which I really appreciated and I really honored and loved. But we talk and then we practice a little bit.
For holding space.
Yeah, we'd hold some space for me, and that was good. And then we practice kind of on the clock. We do some practicing on the clock, and then I'd be like, okay, now I'm good.
Okay, so you would pay lessons to gossip.
Yeah, lessons to gossip and do a little practice.
Okay. And I like how that your skill cultivated was faking it, which is just mime. Yeah, it is just miming.
That's so true. So many loop-de-loops.
Yeah. So many little things where you go, oh, that's exactly who I am. I am the combination of a librarian and a mime.
Yeah, I think who I am makes so much more sense once people meet my parents, and then they're like, oh, I get it. You seemed a bit off kilter, but now I get it.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, but your dad remarried, right?
Yes. Okay, so the whole time that I knew him, he wanted to be a mime, but then he had to get a 9 to 5 because I was around. My fault. And whoopsie doopsie. And so then he was working at he had like different like kind of customer servicey freelance projects, and then he was unemployed for a long time, and then he got a job at the newspaper when I was in high school. I think maybe 8th grade, maybe high school, something like that. Maybe freshman year of high school. I just started taking the bus. He was a working man. But then he also has, quite an addictive personality, and working at the paper allowed him to drink a lot more wine. Like I don't know.
I wouldn't associate.
You wouldn't, but he wasn't like a writer for the paper. He was like measuring ad space and coordinating with ad. I think it was kind of like maybe it was like more bored.
When you're really measuring margins, you really want to be tipsy.
Yeah. He's doing math. He's a little tipsy. He's having fun with it.
Guys, he's calculating angles. He's got to drink. He's running the forklift. He's moving the papers around. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why surgeons, before they go in, They just take a hit of heroin, and then that way they're really loose.
Yeah, and that's how I like my surgeon.
Yeah.
I like him a little loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think also his dad died, and maybe that's also why he said, why not wine? But I don't really know. But then, but yeah, so then he loved all of that, and he loved that lifestyle all the way through. I was through college, and then as soon as I graduated college, the summer after, and my whole time I was in college, he was like, Marietta, as soon as you finish college, I'm out of here. And I said, oh no, maybe I'll just fail some classes and then you'll have to hang out with me longer. You know, what about that? Yeah. I really I didn't make a single academic, I made some academic, like, professors who were my friends, like, my freshman year, but then after that, no good.
Wow.
Really, really not so great. And then I ended up, I graduated anyway, not with like not with a great reputation or anything, but got to graduate. And then he was like, when would I have come home? May. And then in June, he was like, okay, girly pop, I'm out of here.
Have you seen him since?
So not since January of 2017.
Whoa.
Which is kind of cuckoo bananas. He decided to leave in order to stick it to Donald Trump. Yeah, he stuck it to the man. He said I'm gonna he cashed in his 401k. He gave me $2,000 maybe to treat as my inheritance because he was out of here. He's gone. He wanted me to use that money to go to clown school, but I didn't. I used it to go to Atlanta.
Okay.
Don't tell him. And then obviously I didn't go to clown school, but then he went on kind of like an eat, pray, love adventure.
I don't know what that means, so describe that.
Yeah. So the book Eat, Pray, Love, where she says, I'm done with my life, I'm gonna find a new one. So it's kind of what he does. He leaves on Inauguration Day of Trump's first term, and crosses over the border to Canada, just to tell him, you're losing an American. He's going to Canada because of you, Trump. And also, he didn't like his family, I guess. But
this is way more of a Trump thing than a family thing. Trust me, Mariette. If Hillary had won,
I'd still have my cat. But she didn't.
When Biden came back, you're like,
Yeah, Papa,
Dad?
Papa, do you want?
He goes, no, I could tell in 4 years he's back.
Yeah.
Okay, so it truly was a family thing and not a Donald Trump thing.
Yeah. Maybe.
Heartbreaking.
Maybe,
Mariette. Maybe. Okay.
But then he goes to Canada, and then he goes to like Ireland and Germany. He used Ancestry.com like it was Airbnb and found. Did you know you can do this?
No.
You find people you're distantly related to, be like, hey, hello, I'm here. Just kind of, and then couch surfed off of the ancestral tree.
Wow.
Which is very fun. And then he did some clowning things over there. I don't really know so much about it. I know that he ran out of money somewhere in Serbia, maybe. But while he was over there, he found his like new wife, who's a German clown woman. And the last time I talked to him was like Valentine's Day in 2018. And because he said, hey, I got a new, he doesn't talk like this, but hey, I found the new lady. You want to hear about her? And I said, I don't think I do.
Hilarious if a mime sounded like that. Just quiet, like in a box, and then you just go, hey, here's money. He goes, hey, thanks, buddy.
No.
Thank you so much.
He might sound like that now. I have no idea. But no, I do. He left me a voicemail this summer, I think. But
wow.
Oh yeah.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah. But there wasn't really anything. He's fine. But it's then he was with his clown woman, and they moved back to my hometown, and then they had she bought him a house and a car, and he was living large, I think. And I didn't hear from them I like every once in a while, like I got like the last time he wished me happy birthday was 2024, but it was on the wrong day. And I was like, okay, we're so close.
He's on German time.
Yeah, he's on German time. That makes so much sense. But then the wife left this summer. I know. Now he's divorced times 2. And she went back to Germany, I guess. And then that's when he called me when the woman was out of his life. But it's okay. Anyways, what a long story.
And he's back in the U.S.
Yeah, he's in the U.S.
while Donald Trump is president.
Yeah, very.
I'm curious then, because he was so quick to leave as soon as you were done with college. Was he like pretty attentive and around when you were growing up?
Yes. What's crazy is that I think we were really close, like kindergarten, like, well, as a kid through like middle school. Great dad, great time.
Would like take you on little one-on-one dates and stuff?
Yeah, I can't. And I think that that's like something that's really in his arsenal is that he's like, you can't say I wasn't a great dad. I was a great dad.
That's a bit weird for him. Does he bring that up?
Yo, I think like when he was leaving, I think he did bring that up. But granted, when he was leaving was also when he was drinking. So I don't even know how much he remembers of what he would say to me during that time. Yeah. But then I feel like I don't have a relationship with him because people are like, oh, you gotta. But I'm like, my mom doesn't have to. She got divorced. Why do I have to? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, like meaning in that you have to initiate the relationship.
Right. And I don't know what it would get. Like, I think that it would just be like it was by the end it was such a toxic relationship, and I don't think that there's any way it would have to. It would end up being just as.
Yeah. Well, it's you ending up being like, why won't you talk to me? And it's him just going.
Yeah, he's very funny. I do think that he's given me like every premise I'll ever need.
Yeah.
You know? And it's so funny to have your mime dad be the one to decide not to have a relationship anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's because for him, nothing is real.
Right.
Because for him, he's like, at any moment, I could be trapped in a box.
Yeah. There's no.
It also is funny that I imagine, does the type of guy you want to date, is that a man who communicates a lot or not at all?
Right. That's what's so funny, I think, because like I feel like there's so many situationships where the guy's like, I'm really emotionally stunted, like I'm just not ready to be close with you, and I'm like, literally, you're my papa. It's fine. You don't have to open up at all. Stay closed
that box.
Yeah. Get in. Yeah. The moment you let me in, oh, what an ick.
Down. No, it's just you stomping their emotions close.
Yeah. Every man's like, oh, I would love to like be more emotionally vulnerable, and I'm like, no.
You're resuscitating you. Pushing it down. I love how every dude, when they are like that, though, it's kind of their, cry for help in a way of like, God, I'm just so emotionally stunted. And it's just like, it's them clearly being like, I'm not going to solve this, but I would, like, I know you want me to be more emotional.
Right.
And therefore, like, this is and for you, like, no, I'm good.
No, you're perfect, baby.
It's them just going like, God, I could, and then it's you going.
Yeah. Every minute he's like, I want you. I know you want someone different. It's like, no, truly, you might not like who you are right now,
but I love it.
Great time.
Please stay an outline of a person.
Yeah. You don't have to be husk. Yeah. What's so bad about that?
I like the rough draft. Hi, host. Hello. This is where an ad read would go. This podcast does not get ads because we get about 3 views per video. But if you want to advertise here, this is where it would go. I'll read anything. If you pay me $5 and put words on a sheet, I will say whatever you want. Anyway, back to the podcast. Thank you. And there's my plant.
No. Someday I'll get to know somebody for who they truly are.
The women I date are pretty much just dudes, like the stereotypical dude,
Uh-huh.
where it's them being like, very like, you know, like closed off, just drink bourbon, and then like just being like something bad happens, they're like, I don't want to talk about it, and then just being like, okay,
But also perfect, great.
yeah.
It's not my job to talk about it.
For me, I am a person who's like, but then they're like, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to sit here and watch this thing. And then it's like, okay, all right. Your energy's way off already. So we're not even watching the thing.
Well, I guess I'm making my dad come off as someone who wasn't very emotional. I feel like I come from a long line of emotional men, little Italian men. They're very emotional. That's not my dad, but my mom's side, all very emotional men.
What's your dad?
He's German.
Oh,
and Irish, maybe.
okay.
But also very, very quick to tears.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like the mime part is
Do
like
you
fun to
think
joke.
this might be a I don't know, inappropriate question. I don't know. Do you think as he left he cried?
Oh, he did. Cause he like we were in the car together to the airport, and cause I
Did
was
you drive him to the airport?
no. Well, so I was flying to Atlanta
Okay.
to like test out living here
Okay.
to stay for 2 weeks,
Mm.
and then he was flying to like leave my life forever. And then he was driving the car at first. Yeah. He was driving the car at first, but then he started crying. So then there was another person in the car. So then, like his friend. So then she drove the car in the end
Wow.
to the airport, which was crazy. And
Imagine her perspective on this whole thing.
well,
Did she know he was leaving forever?
well, what's fun is that he wasn't leaving her life. He stayed her friend. She's just like a friend in Homestead.
Mhm.
And I think my dad is very charming, and so he really won the goodwill of the people of my hometown.
Wow.
In a way where they love him. I think they have a great time with him. What a party guy around town.
Do you think, and this is not to psychoanalyze your dad or anything like that, because also I don't want this. This is to be about you.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and so I don't want this whole thing to be about just your dad. But I am curious if you've had the introspection of, do you think that he goes only where he knows people like him? Like, does he go into places where he's like, this person might not like me and I will bear the brunt of that? Or do you feel like he only goes where path of least resistance, where people like him and praise him and stuff?
I don't know. I was so confused about why he moved back to my hometown
Mm-hmm.
because I was like,
Yeah.
but it also it makes sense because that's where he could figure stuff out. It's pretty like cheap cost of living.
Okay. That makes
Right?
sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
And I think he ended up working as like a kind of like nursing home attendant, maybe, possibly,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And now he's kind of in some facility himself somewhere, maybe. I don't truly know. But the yeah, I wonder. But because I think he was a pretty like popular guy in high school, just doing like football and
Same town?
theaters. In North Carolina. He's in
Okay.
North Carolina.
Okay.
But then he went to Harvard.
Whoa.
I know, on scholarship, because he was really good at math and Latin. And he was there the same year as Bill Gates. That's what he says. I don't know if it's true. But then,
You can move that.
yeah, we can look that up. Who wants to? But it's in the 70s, whatever. And then but then he dropped out to become a mime, to join a mime troupe with this guy named Touch Mime Jeff. And then,
Is that guy well known?
I mean, I think he is in circles in Boston. I've heard lovely things about Touch Mime Jeff.
There are plenty of people who are
People
famous
know.
within circles of Boston.
Yeah. Touch Mime Jeff, big in the mime circle, in the 1970s. And then I think he also worked in construction, but in a way where he would like sleep in the building that was being constructed, and then just like get ready slightly before the boss got there. And then the
Yeah.
boss was like, "You're ready." And he was like, "Yeah." and I don't know, and he was sleeping on a couch outside of some people's house, and then I think he went back home to North Carolina, and that's where he met my mom, and then he just kind of lived with my mom.
Did he like know your mom beforehand? Were they from the same town?
No, I met at a concert, I guess, in North Carolina, where my mom was there with like her gay best friend,
Okay.
and then met my dad, and then I think they had, one evening, and then she moved in.
Whoa.
That's what he said. I didn't ask her about it
She
because I
said
went
that for
over.
books.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it moved pretty quickly, but also in a way where she hated it, because he would take her out on dates to like a music store,
Mm-hmm.
and then he would play piano like at her at the music store on a piano that he didn't own, and she would just be so embarrassed, and she absolutely hated it.
Wow.
But then they developed a clowning act together, and they did.
Oh, I didn't know your librarian mom was also a clown.
My mom also became a clown for a short time, and they did Stories of Mime with Skip and Caroline, and that's how they got their wedding venue, was they did a clown act for a school, and then they got married in the gymnasium. Working the system.
And then how long until you came along?
I think like a solid 7 years or 8. I think they got married
Wow.
in like the 80s, maybe. I should know this.
It is crazy that Harvard was just a flash in the pan in that story.
I know. I guess when he went to Harvard, he was dating some lady who worked on the Hose-On.
And that lady, Hillary Clinton.
Right. She was working on the particle collider. Isn't that wild?
It's crazy that he probably met and knows, went to school the same year as Bill Gates. Might not have met him or anything like that.
Yeah.
It still is like met and knows people who went on to do insane things.
Yeah.
Dude, the 70s was a crazy time where you could just be rich randomly.
Crazy time.
You just walk around and you meet a guy and he goes, "Hey, I have 10 raspberries." And then you go, "Great, I have $1 billion now."
Right.
Like, it's insane. The like weird stories where it's just like, yeah, so I was just walking around. A guy paid me $12 to shine his shoe. And then, all of a sudden I find out, oh, he's the, big time producer of George Lucas. He's George Lucas's dad. And then, yeah, now that's how I'm, yep.
Yeah, now I'm famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if that haunted him, that he was so close to it and yet stayed so far away and then never broke in,
You know, what I found out today was a year ago, I was dating this woman, very nice woman, still friendly, still friends. Hard brag. And then I stay friends. Oh, I'm still in that text chat, just being like, "How's your day? Good seeing you." But no. Was seeing this woman for like a month or two maybe, and then while we were seeing each other, she was like, "My cousin is dating a producer on The Daily Show."
What?
Yes. So I met with this producer. Her name was Jen. And we talked, and it was very friendly. We had like a 15-minute chat, and she told me like, "Oh, keep doing what you're doing. Keep working on that. Sounds like you're doing everything right. Sounds like you're doing very well. I wish you luck. Maybe in 5 years we can see about like, just like a passing thing, not an actual promise, but like
Right.
just passing thing of like, oh, maybe in 5 years."
A nice thing to
yeah,
say.
a nice thing to say, right? But she did tell me like, keep in touch. Like I would like to hear, updates from you, etc. I was watching a clip of Jon Stewart on The Daily Show, like a little like after the recording thing where he's just talking with the audience. And he goes, "Yeah, and our executive producer, Jen." And I looked at my email and it's the exact same person. And I was like, oh, that wasn't a producer.
That was the one.
That was the executive
That's
producer
crazy.
of the show. And so before realizing this today, I was like, oh, maybe she'll be there in a few years. I can start to get a little bit more traction behind myself. I can start doing kind of slightly more pointed political stuff. Hopefully try to, work that in to be like, please give me some work. I really love to prove myself, whatever. Now I know that is the executive producer who's been there for years and years and has been there longer than Jon Stewart. And I'm like, she'll be there till the day she dies.
Yeah.
And now I really want to email her and be like, please, 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 please. I really,
In 5 years, she'll be there.
I want to beg and plead to be like, I just really want some work now. I want to, I genuinely now am contemplating being like, do I just email her and be like, please, I'll do anything. I'll intern for free. Just please do work there. And they try to finagle that and do a job.
I mean, it would have worked in the 70s. In the 70s, that's how they did it.
In the 70s, I would be making, if this was the 70s now, I would be Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
like I would have done that and now I'd be Indiana Jones. It'd be crazy.
Not a problem.
Now it's 2026 and now it's like, oh, you dated the cousin of a producer of The Daily Show? Get in line.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. But no, that's the thing I keep finding out. I'm so close.
Yeah.
So close to famous people.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're everywhere. In high school, one of my very good friends, she was like, oh yeah, growing up, we were neighbors with like Aziz Ansari's family.
That's crazy.
And so she's like, yeah, I'm really close with all of them. And then I'm like, we're so close. Just let me in. I keep meeting people who are the thing that have the thing I really want, which is the connections. Yeah. I'm always meeting the second degree person.
Yeah. But then one of these days, that second degree person will be the person.
Yes. One of these days, they're going to go, oh, wait a minute. And you do that thing. And I go, yeah, I do that thing. And then they go, oh, yeah. Please. I just want to do comedy.
It'll
all work out. It'll all work out. You've got first degree connections. You're popping off. Your connections, Lysandra, Gabby, you're doing great. Yourself, your mime dad, clown mom, clown step up.
Well, now she's gone. She's back in Germany.
What was her name?
I don't even know. I never met her.
Yeah. Interesting. Let's call her like Ida.
Yeah,
sounds
German. I like that.
Ida the clown.
Ida the clown sounds good.
Yeah.
Very German.
How do you feel like your parents influence you?
What a good question. I do wonder if it's like something where it's like I kind of have older parents. Like they were both like 38, 39 when they had me. And I wonder if they were already kind of set in their ways of doing things.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of also hanging around.
You were like a roommate.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a classic. That's a classic role of a kid, is to be a roommate. That's normal.
Famously.
All
the movies growing up are about how the kid is just a roommate.
It's just another guy.
Yeah.
This is another guy. I hope that guy is quiet and takes out the trash.
Yeah. Hey, we got a chore wheel for a reason, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that maybe did something, but then they also I really like that they took me to like dinner parties and things because I was an only child, so it wasn't like I had to go like, I didn't have to go hang out with other kids because there weren't other kids. I was the only kid, so I just had to like be quiet and listen to all the adults a lot. And I was also the only, I don't have any first cousins. I only have second cousins. I'm only kid. There weren't a lot of other kids at my church. Only kids.
This is something you enjoyed?
I don't think so. I think I'd be better socially if there had been like maybe one or two other kids. And I mean, sometimes there were other kids at my church, but like not often.
Okay. So when you started, you were like, I'm very grateful. And then the more you describe it, you're like, I'm the only one. And then, do you enjoy this? No. But I'm grateful. I am grateful.
Yeah. So happy to be included. Glad they included me on the invite.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me hang out.
CC'd me.
Yeah. They CC'd me on the
You're at the
email.
adult dinner party and you're just like, excuse me, madam, I must make my way. And then they go,
Yeah.
who invited you? Go, and you go, I was BCC.
Yeah. I'm on the list. I'm on the list.
You and your parents arrived separate.
Yeah. It's like, I know my parents are here somewhere.
Yeah, they go, you can make your way to that party later. It's at 6, right? And you go, I'll get there, mother. Thank you so much.
Yeah, not a problem.
Not a problem, Mom.
Yeah.
Of course.
My mom does have a huge belief in my ability to get places.
Okay.
Because I lived in a very small town, right? No buses, no nothing. But I also didn't have a car. My mom didn't want me to drive. So she just really believed in my ability to make a friend. And for the first 6 years in Atlanta, no car, just like, Marietta, go out there and make a friend.
Okay, so here's the thing, is that you say you would be better socially, but then you're social enough to get free rides out of people for
That's true.
6 years.
That's true. That's true.
If you were any better socially, you would be Bill Gates. Or you would have been Epstein running in a circle. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Seems like a very social guy. Yeah, a lot of people defending him. I keep seeing every time how people keep saying he was such a great casual
Oh,
guy.
I'm like really bad at emails. I'm so
Like,
bad
so
at
bad at
replying.
emails.
I'm really bad at coordinating things.
Okay. Well, that
Very
is
silly.
that is very silly. It's saying that you're such a social guy is so funny. My next question. Oh, real quick. Do you want to check? Because I accidentally mistimed my clock here, so I just want to check. Oh, we are at 50 minutes. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I got 2 more questions.
Okay.
for you. So one is, first question, how do you feel like your parents, or I'm sorry, how do you feel like you influenced your parents?
How did I influence my parents? Well, I did make my father want to leave the country. I affected his trajectory.
Oh, that was Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's true. It was Trump. I shouldn't take that from him. I mean, maybe I also help them do something socially. Maybe they also kind of lean on me for some stuff. Maybe I gave them places to be, dance recitals to go to. I'll fill up their calendar a little bit.
Do you feel like that they would just like be at home if you weren't?
My mom stays really busy,
Okay.
I guess both my parents stay really busy. They're busy guys. My mom was working a lot growing up, really focused on it, focused on doing a lot of stuff. Not that they didn't do stuff for like the marching band, they did. But then I wonder how I influenced my parents. I should ask this question to my mom. How did I influence you? Oh, I don't know.
And then she goes, "You didn't." And then thank you so much.
Thank you so much. She's like, actually, I'm on a planet. I'm in my own orbit.
Yeah. She just goes, "Who are you?"
Right. I'm like, hello, I just BCC'd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then she goes, "I don't see you in the teams."
Yeah. No, I don't know. I wonder. I gave them. Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, this is such a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decipher that more with myself as well. Like, how did I influence my mom and such? How did I influence my dad? But for me, I can't talk too much about my past because it is way too sad. It is way too sad. Yeah. It's heartbreaking to hear.
Yeah.
Not for me, for other people.
Yeah, me healed. Me good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I was telling a story last night and then was like, yeah, I think that's pretty funny. And then they were like, this is deeply sad and heartbreaking. It's like, okay, all right. I could say the story is that that I shared was that when I was 7, my mom, we had 2 dogs. She put me and the dogs in the car and took me to the pound for her to get rid of them. And when she got back in the car, she was like, that's because you were a bad dog owner.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense logically.
How so?
That she gave you to the pound?
No. She took me with the dogs to the pound so I could see her taking the dogs to the pound.
Oh, because she left the dogs at the pound. She didn't leave you at the pound.
She impounded my dog.
She impounded your dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
punishment.
Yeah. And then the thing that I thought was funny, this is my perspective, was that I was 7 and that happened to me, and it was very sad. It was very sad. I was upset about it, right?
Sad.
When we got home, my sister didn't go with us, and my sister's 5 years older. She's 12 at the time. So she gets home from school, and we just don't have dogs now. And I at least got to see them, but she came home, and then she's like, "Where are the dogs?" And my mom just goes, "Oh, I got rid of them." And then my sister just goes, "What?" And I was like, that's so funny to me that it's just like, yeah, I know what happened, but then it's like, I'm just like playing with my toys. She's like, "Where are the dogs?" And I go, "They're gone."
No.
It's like a horror movie for her. Yeah. It's like that's the thing, is that everybody's speaking in just like these unclear sentences of like, they're gone.
But
What happened to them? They've been impounded.
oh my God, like you're all like World War II vets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was your World War II.
Yeah. But also like our whole household, everything was like everything was unstable, you know? So like if the dogs are gone, who else, you know?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like, "Oh, I'm a bad kid. I could
go.
go to the pound easily."
No.
Yeah, it was always shaky for everyone. So then yeah, so that's where we really were like, I compare it to like Hey Arnold.
Oh no.
You know how like everybody in Hey Arnold just kind of lives at that house and you don't know how anyone is related?
Yeah.
That was us.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, yeah, this is my sister, but she's also just like a person. And then
Right.
this is my brother. He's also just a guy.
We're not really we're just roommates.
We're all just roommates.
Yeah.
The dog's included in that too.
Classic tale of children.
Of children and animals. Yeah, we all just happen to be here.
Yeah. And we only have to be here for 7 more years and then we get to leave.
Yes. So yeah, my sister left right basically after with college. She left and she was gone for years, like hardly ever came back. I left at 19, never went back.
Right.
Little brother still there.
Jeez.
He's 21 now. So he's still in college and stuff like that. So so it's kind of a weird thing. So we're all like little
still piecing it.
Yeah. He's definitely still piecing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so most of the stories are like that.
Yeah.
Most of the stories are like, is like someone being like, "Oh, it's not that bad," and then I go, "My mom gave away my dogs because I was a bad dog owner at 7."
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, it's so much sadder than I thought."
Yeah, they're so sad.
And I can't ever tell an audience that.
Yeah.
Because then everyone will just be really bummed out.
But then is your parents also do things to them to make them very sad?
From what I understand from my mom, my grandpa was the same to her the way she was to me. Now her mom, my grandma, she said was actually like probably just more kind of like the stereotypical, just like she was like a checked out mom.
Yeah.
That's what my mom says. That my grandma was like just kind of just like emotionally shut down, just like, "Hey, whatever, man." Like while she was married and stuff. So then she was just kind of like, they would get in trouble with her, but then it really was like scary dad and then just like emotionally numb mom. So then they're just like stewing in that, and there's 7 of them.
That's too many.
Yeah, there was all of them just like attacking each other constantly.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and so then like for my mom, if someone got in trouble, all of them got in trouble.
No.
So basically like my grandpa would apparently put a line on the milk to see where it was. And then when he would come home, if it was any lower, he'd be like, "Who drank milk? Who used milk?" And then if nobody confessed, then they would all get the belt.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's too much.
So that way it's like
too much milk.
It's like everybody being like, "Hey," well, also his arm is getting tired for sure.
Right.
You know, at the time I think like 5, 6 of them.
That's
you know.
many.
Yeah. Giving the belt 5, 6 times back to back. You gotta take a break.
Yeah, drink some
Start
milk.
start drinking milk. Yeah. Oh, okay. One. And so yeah, so he was like that. So then my mom would be like, all right, you get the belt, you know? So I guess there is a kindness of that, of like you'd be like, all right, just Kara's getting the belt today, you know? But I did write something yesterday that I was like, it's like everybody being like, hey, well, also his arm is getting tired for sure.
Right.
There's, you know, at the time, I think like 5, 6 of them, you know?
Many.
Yeah. Giving the belt 5, 6 times, back to back, you gotta take a break.
Yeah, drink some milk.
Start drinking milk, yeah. Oh, okay. One. And so yeah, so he was like that. So then my mom would be like, all right, you get the belt, you know? So I guess there is a kindness of that, of like you'd be like, all right, just Kara's getting the belt today, you know? But I did write something yesterday that I was like, I think there's 3 types of parents.
Okay.
There's good, there's trying, and then there's Disney villain. And I think like good, I think there's like 12 good parents. I think there's 12, and I've met a few of them. They're very lovely. They're great. They're so good.
Yeah.
Then there's the most majority of parents are trying. And then right below that is Disney villain. And my mom was teetering the line of that, in my opinion, where I think a lot of times she was trying. Like she would scrounge money to be like, all right, this summer I'm going to take us to Six Flags. You know, so she's trying. She's trying to give us a good.
Yeah.
And then I would drop the $12 corn dog that she bought me, and she'd be like, no clothes for a month. And they'd be like, okay, all right. So now we're in Disney villain.
No, I think that kind of lines up with, I think there's literally childhood psychology, 3 different ways of parenting that kind of line up with that. You know, where it's like, I don't remember what they are. It's like benevolent and then
malignant.
Yeah.
I had a malignant parent.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 or 4 different ways of doing it, where it's like 1 is very good for your development, and then number 3 is like, oh no, you created a scared adult.
Yeah. Ooh, you created something new.
Yeah. Uh-oh, your baby's just gonna be full of fear, forever and ever.
I don't know if I'm full of fear, but more of confusion and.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. Every so I guess more of like self-doubt, and also at the same time pining. You know, you ever flip between like God complex and like deep inferiority?
Oh. No, but
Okay.
But I love that experience for you.
For you, that's
Yeah.
I don't flip that hard. I used to before, like really trying to work on it in therapy. I used to go constantly between like, I'm the best to ever do it, don't even bother me, to like, I am the worst to ever walk the face of the planet.
Really?
And now I think I walk around being like, I'm here.
I think I operate from the fear perspective.
Oh no! Oh.
I do. I was projecting when I said, "Now you've created a baby that's all fear."
Yeah. For sure, I can tell that was you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're afraid to speak, but also afraid to be silent.
Yeah. Oof. What do you do?
My last question, for you is to, I guess this helps to get over the fear. Is vulnerability helps get over the fear? I think always, because once there's, I read a quote a year ago that was the greatest need is to understand and be understood. So to understand another person, 1, it helps you to be like, connect with them, but then to be understood also is like, wow, now we're both holding each other in this moment, and we're fully on equal footing, you know? Doesn't have to be that you both have experienced the exact same things, but just that is there. So with that, is there a secret you can share?
Oh, a secret.
Yes.
Oh, right. A vulnerable secret.
It doesn't have to be vulnerable. Just be like, if there's like I don't know. It could be anything. It could be gossip. I don't care. it, I I don't care. It could be gossip. Who knows? Ooh.
I really, I really was thinking that something would just come to me in this moment of a secret.
What's a secret your mom or dad told you? Just keep
Oh.
growing up.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sure they did, because I really did have parents who really were like, I guess both my parents like to. That's the fun thing about being an only child, is that you get to hold the secrets of both parents
From the other.
from the other one.
Wow.
Really, what is that called? Parentification, maybe? Or the one where it's like they're
I
like,
think that's called just like a bad hang.
right. Where they're looking at me and they're like, "Hey, you're the only one who gets me," and I'm like, "Oh no."
Unlike that.
Right.
You're like, that's mom.
Right. I love her.
She's like my best friend.
Yeah.
He's like, what about me? And you go,
No.
I'm in a box.
Yeah.
I'm in a box.
Oh, what is a secret that your parents? I guess the secrets that your parents tell you are not very fun. They're all like, like, hey, if you don't stay at home this summer, I'm gonna leave early. I'm gonna leave.
Wow. Okay, so that's
You
an
know,
amazing secret. Yeah.
But I almost worked in New York for a summer of college, and then my dad was like, if you go stay in New York for this summer, then it'll be a sign that you don't need us in your life anymore. You'll never come. Just like these vague threats.
Did you do that?
No, because he said,
Wow.
and so I said, okay, I'll stay.
What was that? Would that have been like a big opportunity?
I think it could have been cool, because I'd like just started doing comedy, and it could have been a cool opportunity to work for a family, maybe make more money. And because I was just making like $7.15 or $10 or something like that,
Yeah.
like not a lot in Honesdale. And I don't even know if he talked to my mom before he was like, there's no way you can go to New York for the summer and still be a part of this family.
Wow.
And then I'm like, I don't know where, but it's also like, I feel like this was the part of him where he wasn't as much fun anymore, and he was just really grasping at love and control. Yeah, loved, obsessed. Not obsessed, maybe, but just like really.
Do you think did he tell your mom he was leaving?
Not in the same words that he did to me, which is so fun. And he said a lot to me that I don't think he said to my mom, or that he like definitely, or like later when I told her what he said, she was like, oh, this makes sense as to why you've been really upset. I was like, yeah, but
What did he say to her?
like, oh, like he didn't say anything to her. I think like, because they didn't really talk that much, obviously.
But they had separate bedrooms?
Yeah. He lived on the couch downstairs, and she lived upstairs, and then he got a room upstairs. Like, and then he ended up, there was like an office, but then he ended up that was his room.
Okay.
And then when he left, it was crazy. We tore up the carpets, we repainted it. We made it very pretty.
Wow.
But it's also was so gross in there before he left. But I think he was really going in on it, because I was like, why can't you just stay? You stayed so long. And he was like, no, these aren't funny. I wish it was funnier. But it's like, no one, he really liked to tell me that there was like no way for anyone to love me. Like no one had ever written a book on how to love a Marietta. So it's not his fault that he couldn't figure it out. And it's just like very confusing things that you're like, now these just get to haunt me.
I will say that you're saying there's no funny in that, but there's two things I want to point out. One, he did name you Marietta, so that's a choice on him.
Yes,
so
that's true.
You could have named me a different name and it would have been so much easier for you.
Yeah.
Two, is that he goes, nobody wrote a book on how to love a Marietta, and it's like, have you asked mom?
Right, she's doing a great job.
There might be something in the Dewey Decimal System.
Oh wait, that's so funny. You're literally married to a librarian.
She can find you a book on this. If you are having a trouble finding any book, brother, have I got the connection for you.
Oh, that's so funny. That's very funny.
Yeah. That's what this podcast is for, is to take those heavy moments and then go, let's be a little silly about it.
Yes.
And that's why it's so deeply upsetting when I say my mom did anything, and then they go, "That's deeply sad. I'm
No,
so sorry."
and it's like, no, actually, it's silly, you guys.
Yeah.
You
Guys, why am I so good at seeing the silliness in your stuff and nobody's doing the same for me? That's crazy.
That's fun. Well, I really liked it. Thanks so much for talking about it. What a time.
Thank you for
Yeah,
closing out my own podcast. And this has been a lovely episode, Jacob. Thank you so much.
We're good. It's good. It's in time for Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I never know when that is.
Oh, yeah. No.
I don't have a dad.
Yeah, who wants them? You know, that's what I said.
And that's true. That is, wow. This is a perfect. Maybe I'll post these clips on Father's Day.
Okay, I love them.
Wow. What day is that?
I think it's next, not this Saturday, but next, the 26th.
Okay, I'll find out.
I think so.
Like,
anyway, I'll go into an archive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Come Indiana Jones.
I don't know what day Father's Day is ever.
No.
Never known. I know Mother's Day is early May.
Yeah.
Not
the 10th.
My mom, I think this is pretty common for single parents, but my mom growing up, she would be like, "I am also your dad." And so on Father's Day, she'd be like, "What'd you get me?" And I'd be like, I forgot. And then she'd be like, "I'm your dad. Get me something."
I do like giving people presents, even though my parents didn't really get themselves presents. I didn't really get my parents presents growing up.
I'm really good at giving gifts. I'm very good at gifts. And so I know exactly what someone will like. I like also receiving gifts, but I will say that it has to be one that like someone really knows me for. Because my mom would just buy things at a certain point and just get you something just to be like, here. As a kid, I really was not good at giving gifts at all. Christmas, I would just buy everybody a DVD.
I like that.
And one year, my mom never let me live it down. I think when I was like 8 or 9, I got her the DVD of White Chicks. And she was like furious about it for years. Oh, what, Mom? You don't like whiteface?
Oh, you don't like a laugh?
Yeah.
I thought you'd use a laugh. You're so serious.
You love it when Terry Crews dances and sings along to the song. And yeah, when he's singing along to If I Could Fall, whatever. Anyway, she was so mad about that for years. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. My mom only wanted gifts to be like a thing that you do together. But then she was really good at always sending me to school with flowers for my teachers and like gifts for my teachers and gifts for the librarians. Yeah. So I think I always loved bringing people flowers.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I like
What's interesting is when you're buying gifts with your parent as a child and you're trying to buy them a gift, but they have to pay for it.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, look away. And then you hand it to the cashier. And then the cashier sees White Chicks and looks at you and then looks at your mom. And goes,
"What are you doing?
You could give me a tip right now and be like, hey, buddy, I don't think she's gonna like this. Just her vibe, just off vibe alone.
Yeah.
Help me out, brother. Yeah, that actually is pretty much rounding out our episode. Thank you, Marietta, for being on this podcast. This has been a lovely, silly time.
Thank you.
I appreciate you being here. I do now have to go prepare for a meeting. So,
Okay.
thank you guys so much. Enjoy.